A familiar situation. You record a voice message, listen to it back, and want to sink into the ground. Do I really sound like that? Why is my voice so squeaky and alien? This isn't insecurity, it's a scientific phenomenon called voice confrontation. At that moment, your brain freezes. It knows it's you, but it hears a stranger. In this video, we'll break down why your skull is deceiving you, how physics changes the way your voice sounds, and why inside your head you sound like a Hollywood actor, but on a recording, completely different. And most importantly, you'll learn how to fix it. The secret path through bones. Everyone else hears you through the air. Sound waves travel through the room and reach their ears. But you are a special listener. You hear yourself in two ways at once, through the air and through your bones. When you speak, your vocal cords make your entire skull, jaw, and teeth vibrate. These vibrations go straight to the inner ear, bypassing the eardrum. This bone pathway works like a built-in subwoofer. It boosts low frequencies by up to 10 decibels. That's why, from the inside, your voice sounds deeper and more powerful. Where do the bass tones go? Let's look at the numbers. The fundamental frequency of the human voice is quite low, up to 155 Hz for men and up to 255 Hz for women. The bones of the skull transmit these low frequencies especially well, acting like a filter. Studies show that bone conduction strongly amplifies the most velvety part of your voice, but a microphone records only the sound traveling through the air. It ruthlessly cuts off those deep bass tones your skull was adding. On a recording, your voice sounds higher and thinner because it's missing that bone support. You're hearing a stripped-down version of yourself. Thomas Edison's shock. In 1877, Thomas Edison invented the phonograph and recorded a human voice for the first time in history. He sang a children's rhyme, but when he played it back, he was shocked. The great inventor didn't recognize himself. For decades, people thought technology distorted sound, but the truth emerged only in the 20th century. The microphone doesn't lie, it's honest. Our head lies. Edison, like all of us, was used to hearing a mix of external sound and internal vibration. The recording showed him what everyone else actually heard. Bone conduction turned out to be a hidden factor no one had suspected. Your voice is vibration, not just sound. Hearing yourself isn't just the job of your ears, it involves your whole body. When you speak, you literally feel vibrations in your head. Scientists call this vibrotactile information. In 2023, researchers proved that this vibration is crucial for recognizing your own voice. In an experiment, people heard their voice through special headphones that transmitted vibrations directly to the bone, and suddenly they recognized themselves instantly. A normal recording has no vibration. You hear the sound, but you don't feel that familiar buzz in your skull, and your brain feels that something is missing. A glitch in the self versus other system. When you hear a recording of yourself, your brain experiences a short circuit. One system says, "That's me. I know these words and intonations." Another system argues, "The sound is unfamiliar. That's a stranger." Cognitive dissonance kicks in. Normally, the brain ignores familiar sounds, like the hum of a refrigerator. This is called neural adaptation. Your own voice should be the easiest sound to ignore. But because the recording sounds different without the bass, the brain can't filter it out as background noise. Instead, it analyzes it as something new and suspicious, noticing every flaw. The uncanny valley in your headphones. There's an effect called the uncanny valley. When a robot looks almost human but not quite, it triggers discomfort or fear. The same thing happens with your voice. Your recorded voice falls into this valley. It's too similar to you to be a stranger, but not similar enough to feel yours. This causes anxiety and even disgust. You don't dislike it because the voice is bad. You dislike it because, to your brain, it sounds like an imposter version of you. It's a biological alarm signal. Something is wrong here. A prediction error. Your brain is a prediction machine. Even before you open your mouth, it already knows how you're supposed to sound. That prediction is based on a lifetime of experience, including bone vibrations. The brain expects a deep, rich sound, but when you play a recording, it hears something higher and flatter. This creates a prediction error. The brain expected one thing and got another. Instead of relaxing, it tenses up and starts looking for problems, pushing you to criticize every word. The experiment that proved everything. Recently, scientist Petr Oropik conducted an elegant experiment. He took people's voices, mixed them with others, and asked them, "Which one is you?" When the sound came only through speakers, people got confused and failed to recognize themselves. But once researchers added vibration through bone conduction headphones, recognition accuracy skyrocketed. This proved it definitively. We consider a voice to be ours only if it vibrates in our skull. Without that physical sensation, we lose the connection to our sense of self. A recording removes half of the experience, and that's why it feels so unsettling. How to learn to like your voice. The good news, this can be fixed. Bloggers and radio hosts eventually stop hating their voice. Why? Their brain simply retrains itself. If you listen to your recordings often, your brain builds a new model of what your normal voice is without bone vibrations. The uncanny valley disappears, and the voice starts to feel familiar. So your recorded voice isn't terrible, it's just unfamiliar. Give your brain time, and it will accept your air-only version just as it once accepted the bone-conducted one.